Hi! Welcome to my first sketchbook tour video. Wow! For this video there won't be a little person in the right bottom corner, just my voice and some editor notes. I want you to focus your attention on what I will be showing you and to somehow differentiate this video's type of format from my previous ones. I really hope it will be entertaining. For those that are new, this is the final result of my Inktober sketchbook that I decided to finish even though it's way past its deadline. And so as to not repeat myself from previous posts and videos, I won't go into too much details of why and how I ended up completing a challenge that is long past. I just think that everything has its time and place. Nothing is ever too late nor too early. Luckily, I managed to complete it, so yay! I have already uploaded a video of the process of finishing the last few drawings, so if you're interested, you can check it out. What's this? Wow! It's the cover, which you have never seen before. I decided to customize it to fit the theme and also to fix the perspective because originally the sketchbook should be viewed horizontally, not vertically. It's lovely and made with paper and duct tape, but honestly, that is just how the whole process of this sketchbook was. And what do we have here? The first page for day 1. We have Shimura Otai from Gintama, drawn in a very anime type style to test the waters. The prompt is sweater, and at that day, I had this color scheme in my mind and was itching to draw with it. It consists of brown and burgundy and white, so the first thing that came to my mind was to draw a tie, because I think that her brown hair and eyes are just the cutest. Despite that, you can see that it's not really well done because I hadn't thought much of the design of the sweater or the position in which the character should be in. What I'm pleased with is the color scheme, and that's all. I realized that coloring my sketchbook might be an awful idea if I desire to complete it in time. But oh well, what could possibly happen? It's just a few minutes, so there's nothing to worry about. Next, we have day 2. A friend of mine gave me the idea to combine the prompt of mushroom with a hedgehog, so I gave it a go. Generally, the drawing turned out fine. I managed to achieve this look of a children's storybook, which I was going for. I'm not satisfied with the way the water drops turned out because I was rushing it and it may have or have not turned out like it spilled all in the sea. I'm sorry. Day 3. These 3 fine gentlemen. If I were ever reincarnated into a beetle, please let me be a shiny one. Now, the first gentleman is quite awfully positioned and he's trying his best to run away. Despite that, I am pleased that he turned out a little bit more matte looking than the other ones. As you can see, the shiniest and most metallic one is Crisina Resplendens. Or Crisina? One day I will speak Latin. Also known as Golden Drew Scarab. Day 4. A squirrel. It could have been a little bit bigger, but it's okay. This is my first monochrome drawing for this sketchbook, made with only ink pencils. It turned out fine. Next time I will learn to better position my drawings and scaling them correctly. Day 5. Aha! My OC! This is Lisa. So I've been thinking of starting a comics for a long time, and for that to happen, I need to practice drawing more anime characters. This drawing is not something I'm proud of. I'm proud of the design of my character, but not the way I have illustrated her. So someday I will redeem myself and give her a proper introduction. Day 6. I'm sorry, Kin-chan. I'm sorry for making your shoulders so little and twinky, but I'm pleased with the way his hair turned out. Gintoki is absolutely the final boss of drawing anime characters. Why? Well, because I can never manage to draw him. This looks just a teeny tiny bit like him. One day, once I master drawing in Toki, I'll finally be able to say with confidence that I can draw in anime style. Till then, you shall suffer with me watching me draw. Next, Day 7. Ati. I'm happy with this one. So watch the anime adaptation of Who Made Me a Princess, and for those that don't know what that is, it's a manhwa, and a novel, and now anime, about a girl who reincarnates into the world of a novel she read. An absolutely original concept, I know. Who would have thought of this idea? Gee, I wonder. I've read the manhwa and I think it's very cute. Classic shoujo manhwa story with amazing art made by Spoon. Now I started watching the anime and quite made things differ. I have not read the novel, so I assume the animators were following the storyline of the novel. The animation was good, but everything was rushed out and the characters were quite plain, unlike the manhwa. Anyways, it's still pretty cute. Day 8. Cranberry. It's shiny and not well positioned. A weird mixture of ink, line art and coloring pencils, but oh well, I think it's fine. Day 9. Of course I'll draw Cardcaptor Sakura Farmer. How can I miss this opportunity? Especially when Inktober is about using ink, I thought that it would be a great idea to draw one of these cards from the series. The Dark. Very happy with the texture and overall the whole drawing. But what's that? Did I say one card? Well, there are two. Of course, where there is dark, there is also light. So here is the light. The colors could have been better made, but honestly, they are satisfying to look at. I like these 2 pages. Day 11. Well, this is the first landscape art we have for this sketchbook. It was done rather fast and there isn't much to say, it's just a forest. I like how the path turned out. It didn't take that much time or strokes to make the desired texture. Day 12. An oil lamp. I think I did well. The reference I was looking at was an unlit oil lamp, so the position of the flame is absolutely wrong, but we shall ignore that. Overall, the colors turn out fine. Day 13. Snacks. My favorite drawing from this bunch is the teacup at the bottom, which is out again, awfully positioned, but anyways. For something fast made, it's decent. Day 14. Herbs. We have lavender, chives, and chamomile. Chamomile, and English. Anyways, perfect for a salad and tea. The positioning on the page? Well, awful as always. Day 15. A cave. You probably would have never guessed what it is if you didn't see the name of the prompt. When I drew this, I just went to a cave, took a photo, liked the way the photo turned out, thought I should draw it, and so I was drawing it while traveling on the bus. I'm pleased with this one. And that rock thing looks like a lion. Angry lion. Day 16. Aha! Another OC. This is Black Feather. And I absolutely created her on the spot. And by created her I mean everything. From the clothes to the name to her overall look. As you can guess, she's a witch. I was itching to draw a witch and decided to freestyle this time instead of gathering inspiration from Pinterest. At first things were quite normal. Then everything became really cool when I thought that I should make the fabric of the clothes velvet. And the color scheme really pushed things further. I am proud of this concept. My creativity has never peaked before this much. Everything came just naturally, like my hand knew what to do, and yeah, pretty good. Day 17. Leaves. Autumn leaves. These are Liquidambar stiratifua, Betua pendula delecarlica, and Quercus rubra, or also known as American sweet gum, Ornas birch, and northern red oak. These are my favorite tree leaves, so I thought why not draw them. And here is where we started the continuation in March. Everything to this point was drawn in autumn. I was greatly struggling to this point with drawing every day and posting on Instagram. Of course, I was prioritizing my studies in university over my drawings. Things became hectic and holidays and exams were around the corner, so I had left it to rest. Fast forward to March. I was cleaning things up and immediately picked my sketchbook back, because I've been thinking of finishing it during this month. I was greatly tormenting myself with the idea of not completing it and leaving it behind during this whole time. So when this opportunity arrived, I was determined to finish things. And as I said in my previous videos, somehow I continued where I left off with Gandalf and his quote. I think he turned out lovely. It was a very struggle-free and fast process. And now, I recently learned that the eye color of true owls and barn owls is probably determined by the time of the day in which they are active. For example, the little owl has yellow eyes and it's not uncommon to see it active even during the day, whereas the Eurasian eagle owl is more active during the night, hence the orange color. But that is just a theory. I'm just kidding. Princess Serenity. I like how this one turned out. Her face, her hair, she looks very ethereal, and I'm quite excited to draw her again. Pixie Hollow. It turned out a little bit creepy looking. In the movie, the colors make everything so magical and beautiful. Perhaps if I had more time, I could have made it colorful, but I think that this too looks cool. Yeah. Day 22. A drawing which you have never seen. I don't like it, but it's not as bad as I originally thought it is. The books turn out fine. Ignore the table. The hand is funny, but it's fine. And the flowers are cute. Toshi. Of course, how can I not draw another Gintama character? Very satisfied with his hair. Generally, I'm proud. Next time I'll strive for more dynamic movement and emotion. Wolf. A fluffy wolf. A well-positioned drawing and cool texture. Satisfied. Across the Stars. Okay, I may have the urge to make a Star Wars drawing. I feel so motivated after this one, and there are so many beautiful scenes from the movies. Honestly, I'm very pleased with this one. Another drawing you haven't seen? A cat with a pumpkin. I'm happy how the cat turned out and that my marker could build up so that the shape of the body could be seen better. My friend told me to color the pumpkin, but I forgot. I'm sorry. Please don't beat me. Aaron. Next time, my child. I shall do you justice next time. I'm satisfied with the color scheme and the flow of the clothes. Jackie Chan in Chun-Li. This actually brings me happiness. I wish I had made her hands more muscly. But overall it's pretty cool, not gonna lie. I like how the texture of her clothes turn out. You can understand what type of fabric is every piece made from. Well, that was the witch. Now next on the list we have Dark Magician. Pretty cool dude. I will work better on his position. I'm satisfied with his color scheme. My favorite child. I just love how shiny and metallic he looks. My favorite details are his tail and nails. 10 out of 10. We'll draw again. A very satisfying drawing. And we're finished. Crazy. The amount of pages actually is exactly 31. Minus 1 that fell off. I definitely didn't rip it off. No, Anyways, hope you like my sketchbook. I am finally done with everything. I'm so happy. I hope you too will find the motivation to finish things that are laying around. I wish you a wonderful week and I'll see you next time. Finally, with a new concept. Let's see what it will be. And hopefully, it won't be 5 months later. Okay, bye bye.